Alright guys, so in this video I am going to make a centerpiece using this little bunny rabbit that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. This bunny rabbit has a tragic story. She was knocked over by one of my cats and she broke. So we hot glued her back together and we are just going to cover up the boo-boos and we're going to make a beautiful centerpiece with her anyway. So we're taking one of those pipe cleaner evergreen garlands. It's just a pipe cleaner. You can get them from Hobby Lobby. You can also get them from Dollar Tree. I've seen them in both places. And I'm just going to make like a little wreath around her neck because I think that when you see pictures of, like your little animals, like your deer and your rabbits with the little wreaths around their neck for the holidays with the berries, I just think that is so precious. So I wanted to do that on here with her, with our little rabbit. We need to name her. Let's name her Charlotte. Okay, so the rabbit's name is Charlotte. So we're going to put some berries on Charlotte's little wreath there. Just using some of those little berry sprigs. And I just cut a couple of them and I just hot glued them to the little wreath. And we're also going to use that berry pick in the arrangement as well. This is a very easy, very inexpensive centerpiece, guys. So there's Charlotte. Oh, she's so beautiful. I love it. I have a thing for rabbits too, guys. I love my squirrels. I love my birds. I love my rabbits. So that's an old basket that I've had for years, okay? And the bottom of it is not very stable. So I took the top of a candle jar and I'm just hot gluing it to the bottom of the basket. And that's what I'm going to use to stabilize Charlotte the rabbit. So we're going to hot glue, see, she lost her tail when she fell over. Oh my goodness, look at that. It was so sad. Oh, you got to love cats. Anyway, so we hot glued Charlotte to the candle topper and now she's nice and steady. And then that is just a piece of greenery. I've used it before and I sprayed it with some iridescent glitter spray. And then I went over it a little bit with some silver sparkly glitter spray. So, because it's more of a spring type garland, but I wanted to make it look wintry. So that's why I did that. So I'm just tucking it in. I'm not using any glue on the florals, guys, because I want to be able to reuse the florals. But I also wanted to make a nice little centerpiece in my sunroom. And that is just a pick from Hobby Lobby that I had cut apart. And it's got, you know, the flocked snow. It's all glittery. So those came from Hobby Lobby. And again, I'm sure you know, but all the florals at Hobby Lobby for Christmas, all their Christmas is half off right now. So I did not pay a lot for them at all. I think they're $2.99 a pick. And again, they were half off. So this, again, I had the basket. The basket's very old. I had it for years. I had Miss Charlotte from the spring. She suffered a terrible fall. And so we are just covering up her boo-boos, but still making her look lovely. And so we're just going to use another one of those little picks. Just to make it look real nice and snowy. I always decorate my sunroom for Christmas. I will do a little home tour here soon. I haven't got my trees up yet. I've gotten a lot of decor up, but I bought a new Christmas tree this year, so I haven't got it up yet. So I was waiting until I got my tree up, and then I'll do a nice little home tour and show you guys my little humble abode. So I'm just tucking them in, guys, in places where it looks a little sparse. Places where, you know, I didn't want you to see the bottom of the basket. And just also to make it look nice and snowy and cohesive and things of that nature. So there we have that there. And just showing you how we have it. I know that with the other greenery, you can't really see in the video the sparkles and the iridescence, but The first greenery that we used is very wintry looking as well. It's just hard to see it in the video. So I'm just taking the rest of that other pick with the berries on it, and I'm just tucking them in here and there, just for a nice pop of color, and just to give it a little something else, because I didn't want to just have it be greenery. I wanted to add a little red. And those little snowy berries I thought would just be perfect in this. And they match the berries on Little Miss Charlotte's wreath. So it all ties in. Now I'm not using any glue, but I do fiddle with it because I like to make sure that it's in there nice and snug. There we go. And it's just going on my coffee table in my sunroom. And I don't have little ones, so it doesn't get, it doesn't get messed with or anything. It's going to be left alone, so everything should stay. And the kitty cats are no longer allowed in the sunroom because they don't behave when they're in the sunroom. They don't go in there anymore. So just tucking them all in and putting them, trying to make it look nice and even and cohesive and balanced. Just eyeing it up, seeing where it looks good. But I just wanted to give you guys the idea. If you have any little garden statues, instead of going out and buying, all new stuff for winter, just, maybe try to use what you have and just, winter it up, make it look all nice and cute. Get some of those little evergreen pipe cleaner garlands and, make a little Christmas wreath to go around your little, your little garden figure's neck like we did there with Miss Charlotte. A couple of picks and it all goes a really long way. And it saves you a lot of money to just use what you have. So just showing you how it looks so far. I'll show it to you from another angle here in just a moment, but this really turns out precious. And so I found that ribbon at Hobby Lobby. It says Merry Christmas on it, as you can see. And it was just really pretty and precious, and I just like it. I like that, it kind of reminds me of like an old kind of country, old world kind of ribbon when it has Merry Christmas written on it. I don't know. I'm just really partial to that. So I'm going to take a piece of it here and I'm going to make a nice bow. And the nice thing about this arrangement is that when Christmas is over, all I have to do is take out the red berries and switch out the bow, and I can still use this for a nice little wintry centerpiece. Just showing you guys how I make my bow. I tried to do a little bit of a bow tutorial in all of my videos, just so that you can see how I make my bows, and if you want to make yours like this, I try to do like a little tutorial in all of my videos just to make it convenient for you. And with that being said, thank you guys for being here. I'm so appreciative. My little channel is growing, and that just makes me so happy because I just love to share ideas with you guys, and I love to hear your comments and your suggestions. I think it's wonderful. So thank you for being here, listening to me ramble once again. I told you guys in another video that I was the kid in elementary school that their chair kept getting moved because I talked to everybody. It drove my poor teachers crazy. But oh well, it's okay. There's worse things in life. So there we go. I can't help it. I'm just a very friendly social person. I like to talk to people. It's just what I do. So we're just going to take another piece of the ribbon now, and we're just going to cut it there. And then we're going to tie it through our ribbon to hold our bow together. And then that's how we're going to attach it to the basket, because I didn't want you to see a pipe cleaner. I didn't want you to see a pipe cleaner or wire on the basket. I just wanted you to see the ribbon. So our ribbon is doing double duty. It's holding our bow together, and it's also going to fasten it to the basket for us. Just going to get it nice and tight there. Just like that. There we go. So our bow is all nice and secure. But we have lots of rabbits in the area that I live in, and I see them all the time, and I think they are so precious. I love to see them. And my dog chases them out of the yard, but they don't come into the backyard much anymore. But I do see them in the front yard a lot, and I just think they're darling. They're just such gentle, sweet little creatures, you know, and I would love to own one, but number one, I don't know where I would put him or her. And number two, I'd be a little afraid to own a rabbit because I've heard that they're so delicate, and I also have 2 hunting dogs. So that kind of scares me a little bit there too. I have a terrier, I have a rat terrier, and then I also have a German short-haired pointer. So they are 2 hunting dogs, so I would be afraid to have a small rabbit on the property. I'd be afraid that my dogs would smell, you know, him or her, and ugh, I would just, I would hate for something like that to happen. It would just be terrible. But I do love rabbits. I think they are just darling and precious. And if you are in need of a gift idea, I want to tell you guys, one of my favorite authors is Kate DiCamillo, and she has a wonderful book called The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. And it is a book about a rabbit named Edward Tulane. It is a wonderful story. It is my favorite book. It's my favorite story in the world. Aside from the birth of Christ, this is my favorite story in the whole world. So if you are looking for a gift idea for a young person, for a teen, really anyone, that is a beautiful book to give as a gift. I love giving books as gifts. So I'm just trying to give you guys an idea. Doing this centerpiece with Miss Charlotte and her being a rabbit, it just reminded me of that. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And again, it's called The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane by Kate DiCamillo. She's a wonderful author. Absolutely wonderful. So there we have it. We have our ribbon on, and I'm going to show you guys how precious this turned out. I really hope you like it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I think this turned out so darling, guys. I hardly spent any money on this. I had the rabbit. I had Miss Charlotte. I just used a little pipe cleaner around her neck for a little wreath. I had the greenery. I just bought those picks. They were half off. I had the basket. The ribbon was half off, and I'm going to get so much use out of that ribbon. But look at how darling she is. Oh my goodness. I think that turned out so precious. I love that. I really hope that you guys like this too. Those frosted berries just look so pretty. My husband really liked those frosted berries, so I got those for this project because he really likes them. He thought they were really pretty. So moving on to our next craft, guys, that is just a candle ring, and that's a candle ring I think I got it in the spring, maybe a couple of years ago. So I've had it. And so I'm just going to winter it up. I'm just going to show you how you can winter up one of your green candle rings. If you can buy a new candle ring for your Christmas candles if you want to, or you can just use what you have on hand and you can just winter one up. All I'm doing here is I'm just taking some white chalk paint and, oh no, I'm sorry, it's not chalk paint, it's just craft paint. I apologize. It's just white craft paint, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was very inexpensive. And I'm just taking it and I'm just dry brushing it over the leaves. And then I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to spray paint it with a little bit of that glitter, that silver glitter spray paint. And it's like glitter paint. It's not really spray paint. It's just glitter. But it's going to make it look all pretty and wintry. And it doesn't bother me to reuse this candle ring in the spring, even though it's got some white and some glitter on it. I'll totally reuse it. I like things that sparkle, so it's totally fine. But that is how I did it. And I just dry brushed it and I just got it as even as I could. And then I'm going to go hit it with a little bit of that glitter spray right there. And it looks all nice and sparkly and wintry now. I just think that's so beautiful. So it really looks all pretty and wintry. So just taking one of those faux candles right there. And I'm just going to, again, use that same ribbon and I'm just going to wrap a piece around it and tie it. And then I'm just going to put a little sprig of an evergreen on it. And then I'm going to put them together because, again, I'm just kind of showing you guys how you can make some really pretty Christmas crafts to decorate your home with, just using stuff that you already have and just maybe buying some ribbon and a few picks, because I know a lot of people are on a budget. And so I'm just trying to give you some ideas because I want everyone to have a beautiful home for Christmas. I want you to be happy with your home. I want it to be nice and festive for you. So I have these ideas and I just wanted to share them with you. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm just trimming it up, and I always keep my ribbon scraps because you would not believe all the stuff you can do with ribbon scraps. I'm going to show you here soon in a different video. But that's all I did there. And then I'm just going to put a little piece of evergreen on it, just like that. Just a little sprig, just a little touch. And I think this turned out really darling as well. So I really hope you guys like this video. And that's my dog barking in the background. I almost got away with not having my dog barking in a video, but it's okay. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you once again for listening to me ramble. I really appreciate it. And I hope I gave you some fun ideas, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care, and I will see you later.